Hi, my name is Chris Como. This is the semester-long project for Take 5, MAR 4613, Marketing Research with Professor Marvin Williamson, IMBA, initially made on March 31st, 2023. Today is April the 21st of 2023. This project was made for Hershey's Corporation. They are considering launching a new product called the Take5 bar. It's called Take5 because it combines 5 different ingredients: chocolate, pretzel, peanut butter, peanuts, and caramel. Using a focus group, survey, and available demographic information, we were able to determine that Hershey should launch this new product. The first part is the focus group. This discussion was designed to gather information for the participants regarding 3 main outcomes. Number 1, when and where they purchase snack foods. Are they impulse purchases or weekly grocery purchases? Number 2, people's general taste in candy and their snack preference. And 3, the wrapper design. Before we go into that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the demographic information. So we have the participants were between the ages of 24 and 28, both men and women, both college graduates and non-college graduates. All participants were non-married and currently employed. Occupations included entrepreneur, registered nurse, internet marketing manager, and medical billing manager. And lastly, home inspector. The participants all agreed that they do purchase candy and snack items during the regularly scheduled grocery trips. But they also do make impulse purchases both at checkout and at the convenience or grocery store, kind of as needed. Specifically, Adam stated that he usually buys an individual sized mini pretzels weekly, but would consider replacing them with the Take5. He says the sweetness of the chocolate and the caramel on top of the pretzels is an added bonus compared to the pretzels that he usually enjoys. Most participants said that they already like Reese's peanut butter cups and agree that the orange packaging is more likely to get their attention. There was a debate between the black original packaging and the orange packaging that was showed in the initial slide. The concern here is that this will only reduce the amount of Hershey's customers or just move them from one Hershey's product to another one, which Mark kind of had a good example of this. He said he already buys a bag of Reese's every week, but would consider switching between the two or interchanging them week over week, which again, this is great for Hershey's as a whole, but doesn't bring any new customers like the one Adam did, where he's switching from pretzels to Take5 candy bars. Next, we'll get into the survey report. So the 5 questions are as follows. Number 1, are you the person primarily responsible for grocery shopping? Number 2, how many people are in your household? Question 3, when purchasing snack items, where do you typically go? Question 4, when purchasing snack foods, what do you typically look for? And question 5, what do you look for in a snack food? So let's move through them one by one or two by two. Move the window out of the way here. So initially, we'll start with the demographic information. So all participants were over the ages of 18 years old. 24 participants, or 35%, between the ages of 18 and 29, which is the largest demographic, or the second largest demographic. The largest demographic, which was 27 participants, 40% between the ages of 30 and 44. 8 or 12% were between 45 and 60. 9 or 13% were over the ages of 60, and 1 participant decided not to disclose. 34 participants were male, 34 female, 1 chose not to disclose. Income levels, as you can see in the graph below, demographic information there. Mostly between 26,000 and 99,000 per year. That had the largest concentration. Question number 1, are you the primary person responsible for grocery shopping in your household? 75% of the participants answered yes for this question. 25 indicated they were not the primary purchaser of grocery food in their house. Next, we have question 2, how many people were in your household? This is a multiple choice question. What we're attempting to find out is the purchase habits reflected their preferences, or if there are other people in the household that they had to consider. And this is also addressed in the short answer question 5, but I'll review that later. Most people indicated they were in a larger household of 3 to 5 with 47%. And then on top of that, so the biggest range was from 2 people household to 5 people household, which made up for 83% of the people surveyed. Purchasing snack items, where do you typically go? This question on the survey had an interesting feature of ranking the top 3 options from most to least frequent, including gas stations or convenience stores, grocery stores, and wholesale clubs. Most people, or 70%, ranked grocery stores as the #1 answer, with having wholesale clubs as the highest #3 result. So we have, if you look here at the bottom, 69.7% or 46 people rated grocery store as the #1 answer. So that was the big takeaway on this one. And then a lot of people ranked wholesale clubs in the #3 spot at 54%. So those are the 2 kind of takeaways from this. Seems like grocery stores are the big answer. So between questions 1, 2, and 3, we learned, people responsible for the household do purchase snack items on their regularly scheduled grocery trips, and this has been confirmed through questions 1, 2, and 3. Moving into question 4, when purchasing snack foods, what do you typically look for? This was a multiple choice or a checkbox selection style question with multiple answers allowed. The overwhelming majority of people chose sweet and salty options, with both 51 respondents indicating for those answers being 74%, which is great for Take5 because that is 2 out of 5 ingredients. Sweet and is the main kind of taste palette, and salty being in there with the pretzels. Peanut butter was lower than we had anticipated. This brings it to question 5. This had a write-in or short answer section. People indicated that they preferred online shopping, which is something we hadn't considered from the other questions. So we're glad that we did this short answer question. As you may have noticed from the previous selections, we were looking at grocery stores versus convenience stores, wholesale clubs, did not include online shopping. So there'll be more marketing research for that in the future. Some indicated that price was a determining factor. Few answered that they would buy what their children liked, that they were shopping for their children, which, kind of we went over in, I believe it was question 2 about how many people in the household, and the one previous, are you purchasing for, a household, which 75% of them were. So that answer kind of lines up with what we were looking for. The one thing that kind of threw us off, that there were a lot more people looking for healthy foods than we would have been able to surmise from question 4. If you see in question 4, we did have health conscious down here in the gray bar, only indicating 20% at one of the lowest answers. But there were 5 respondents that typed the word healthy into this question, but did not select the health conscious option in question 4. Additionally, there were some who did select healthy and did not select healthy, but typed in answers similar to the health conscious answer we put in that category or bracket. Specifically, one answer was around the holidays, just delicious snacks, but other times I look for healthy snacks. Some looking for lower sugar content, some looking for lower calorie options, some listening nutritious or not fattening. So these are all examples of things that we would have kind of put in the health conscious section that did not make it there. So we will have to maybe figure out a new way to quantify that. Lastly, we went over the demographics for Hershey's sales. Hershey's holds the largest market, 43% of the world's leading chocolate companies. And their sales by channel kind of match up to the grocery store option we have. There's mass merchants, C-stores, dollar stores. So mass merchants or distributors, and food or grocery items being the 2 biggest options there. Thank you. Hopefully that was informative.